What is up? Welcome to Bleach Boys. Happy to have you guys back again. Not so much Bleach news to talk about, but we have 3 Klub Outside questions. Bleach Brave Souls is back. I'm back to Bleach Brave Souls. The 10th anniversage is like a month from now, so I'm trying to get my inventory back up. I'm learning the attribute tree stuff. It sounds really stupid, but it's a big part of the game now. In a weird turn of events, Sanrio has heavily invested into a certain anime company. And then Devil May Cry is in the news. Pithes, this is news that is going to upset you. Have you heard anything about Devil May Cry?
No.
I have something to tell you later then that you're not going to like, Pithes. But
perfect. Now, when you say Sanrio, is Sanrio, that's the Hello Kitty company, right?
That is the Hello Kitty company, yep.
Please tell me they're investing in something like off-putting, like Berserk or something.
They've invested in a studio, so I will reveal the studio to you guys a little bit later.
Please say Mappa. That's all I want. I want Denji with a Hello Kitty accessory.
And then I have some Seireitei Times to go over. And then, of course, a few questions from the Discord, as always. So welcome back, everybody. Let's kick it off with some Klub Outside questions. We'll do the reverse. Normally, we hide those somewhere in the middle of the show. There's 3 of them this time. One of them he actually answers. Actually, you know what? I'm going to just give you the straight up. I don't think he answers a single one directly. So
he just goes around in circles.
Yeah, it's just, it's a tough one here. So the first question is, Renji is bad at Kido while Rukia is good. How about Ichika, though? We're getting a lot of questions about the offsprings of the main characters. Like a lot of questions. And so Kubo, the author who would know the answer to this question, he responds, I really hope she sucks at it.
What?
So I don't know who's going to decide that in the future. Maybe Kubo's just throwing it out there. Who knows? But yeah, he hopes that she follows the
secret D&D guy and he's building her personality.
He's
with the
all
dice.
D20 based. Everything that he does. How proficient are they going to be? Boom, and then just throw it. If he is doing D&D style for characters, Byakuya must have had a cracked ass roll because he just seems like he's good at everything.
Nat 20s.
Yeah, just across the board.
He rolls a 1 and then Kubo just nudges it over to 20.
Yeah,
he hits the table.
Yeah, we're gonna pretend we didn't see that one. It's Byakuya. We got to be fine. Another question is could have been asked by one of our favorite members, the 4th Swag Kage, because they wanted to demand more sketches of Adult Toshiro. They're like, can we please have more sketches of Adult Toshiro? Kubo politely passed and said he only appears briefly like Renji with his hair down, so I'll pass. Although I might consider drawing him in casual clothing.
Fair.
Okay,
yes.
Yeah.
I think Renji with his hair down looks fire, by the way.
Yeah, I agree.
I love that look.
And I do think Adult Toshiro looks really cool.
Yeah.
So I'm not against any more drawings of Adult Toshiro, but that falls in line. Well, I mean, I bet we get him in casual clothing when he appears in the 1000 Blow Core 4. I bet we get him in casual clothing.
Yeah, I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to interject and say I think that Adult Toshiro only looks cool because Giselle put him in the most fire fit possible.
I think both
that
are
is
correct.
True.
He looks really cool, but also the fit he has is awesome.
I love you, Giselle. I hope you come back and can't figure your own role.
And the last question for this week is somebody wanted to know if Kubo had any input on the original designs for video games and stuff like that, specifically related to Zanpakuto's toes or any abilities and things like that. Kubo responds that he wasn't involved at all with original games and that he actually talked with another person involved with the anime. And they were like, yeah, one of the first times that I saw Gen's abilities was in a video game. And so I was like, oh, that's going to be so awesome. And then he never used any of those abilities in the show. So that is really how it used to be. I mean, I think we've talked about this exact thing before, but like with the Naruto games, the Bleach games, they used to just fucking make up abilities.
Do their own thing.
Because a lot of the times you're like, hey, what's this person going to do? He's got 2 moves. The only move we ever saw again for the longest time, he extends his sword forward.
Yep.
Like, man, how are you going to give him a full move set? Because there were like, I think, at least like 5 Bleach games that had all the Bleach characters you could ever imagine in it, so they have to have moves.
I remember very distinctly there was a Bleach game and they had no clue what to do for Ukitake at all, so he just threw lightning.
I feel like that's the general one. It throws lightning, redirects. There's games that have had like giant Yami and like SWAT Zero. I was like, what are you gonna do there? There's just no excuse for it.
With Bleach Brave Souls, you can at least just make a cool cutscene.
I was gonna say, I think there's a certain nostalgia to like playing a game and it's like, oh my god, we've never seen what Ukitake does. He starts raining lightning down from the skies, like
nowhere.
Oh, it's like no, that has no correlation at all. This is just a fan fiction at this point.
Did you ever play like the Naruto GameCube fighting game?
Oh yeah,
love the Naruto GameCube
we love those
fighting
first
games.
ones.
I like the one. It was
Two.
4 people could play against each other, and it was a 3D, almost like a top-down.
Yeah.
So you were roaming around, and you could change who you were locked onto to fight. And that was the game that had Kakashi.
Yep.
And he had the Sharingan because it was like not all the way through Naruto yet, and because he was the copy ninja, so if you activated the Sharingan when somebody else activated their ultimate, you would just copy their ultimate and do it right back at them. So he was just like the most broken character. And I think the same thing with Sasuke. The last character you could unlock in that game was the black outfit of Sasuke.
Yeah.
And then he had the same thing.
The one I'm thinking of, it was a kind of a 3D like one-on-one fighter. And since characters had so little moves, do you remember like the shitty combo Sasuke did to that guy in like the Chunin preliminaries?
Oh yeah.
Oh, the guy where he did like the kick.
He did the Rock Lee kick, and they're like, that's Sasuke's special now, because at this point he hadn't even learned the Chidori in the anime yet.
That was the first game in that series. I had that.
Did you see that they held a vote, and I think it was a vote in Japan for the top 10 best Naruto fights from the anime?
Oh no!
What do you think and this is I think across all of Shippuden as well. So it's the
the
whole
whole
thing.
thing.
What do you think was the number 1 best fight?
Number 1 best
I don't
fight?
want to talk about that. I just want to say that if Naruto versus Pain made the list, I'm going to be pissy.
So I saw the whole list. The only one that really caught me off guard is I'll say after you guys guess number 1.
Number 1, what does
best
Japan
fight,
love?
The best fight.
Japan loves Sasuke a lot. They also love
Sasuke
Itachi. So it's Sasuke Itachi's got to be that one, right?
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking.
All right. Does anybody want to guess a second one?
Okay. Second one. I'm trying to remember the fights. I don't know why Kakashi versus
Obito's pretty cool.
That is a
That
great
one
one.
is really
That is a
good.
great one.
How about I'm going to go old school because I'm an old man. I like Naruto versus Sasuke at the Valley of the End pre-Shippuden.
Okay, that's a great one as well.
That's a really good
And
one.
that's not going to be
Is it
number
gonna be
1, but that'd be mine.
Rock Lee Gara.
All right.
God, I hope it is.
So you guys have all named a lot of really good fights. Really good, really iconic fights from Naruto. The number 1 fight was Sakura versus Sasori.
Hello?
What?
So
I thought you were gonna say Sakura Ino. I was like, no.
I will defend this fight
What?
for a second because I remember this fight very vividly because this is obviously one of the fights from the very beginning of Shippuden. And also during this fight, the animation was crazy. The animation was really, really good. And it's specifically, of course, the one with the granny. I forget what her actual name
Granny
is.
Chio.
Granny Chio is
Chio.
helping Sakura fight Sasori. That fight was really cool. Is it the best fight in all of Naruto? Not a chance of fucking hell.
No.
But it
Not
was
even top 10.
was a cool fight.
That's so random.
I like every fight where Sakura just gets knocked out halfway through so the real fight can happen.
So I have a question actually from the Discord for you, Pithes, and this is from, of course, Divine Departure. And
Okay,
he
this
wants
is
to
good.
know, when would you like to talk crap about a show that we love? Parentheses, Naruto.
Oh, fucking anytime, my guy.
The invitation is
again-
open. Just tell him when.
I adore Naruto so much. It is garbage of the highest caliber. It's garbage that you could like eat out of. Like it's really good, but also it sucks.
Well,
I
feel
say
like-
that about Bleach too.
So I'm put this into terms, and I think we can all agree on this, right? So there are times, let's talk about food, right? Sometimes food, like you have your 5-star restaurant, like holy hell, what an experience. That's so good. That's delicious. Love it, right? Sometimes there's nothing wrong with a Little Caesars pizza, all right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
Now, I wouldn't go Little Caesars because I unironically like Little Caesars.
Mhm.
There's a really shitty pizza place near my house called Capola's, and their pizza is the worst. It's so greasy, and every now and then I'm like, I just want to shove that fucking grease in my face. Give it to me. That's what I want.
I always tell my fiance, like, because I'm the same way, Patty. Sometimes there's like food that I don't really like, but sometimes like you just want
You get the
shitty food.
craving.
You just want it, and I'm like, sometimes you just got to do it. Nothing's wrong with having shitty food every once in a while, and I guess that's the comparison to Naruto.
I don't
can
like
see that.
pickles, but every now and then I'm like, I could eat like a pickle spear. That shit's good.
Ew, I can't do pickles.
So Divine Departure has another question. This one's to Jose.
Oh.
How bright is your future that you're always wearing those shades?
Ah, shit, dude. Well, when you hang out with Sam.
What a stupid fucking question.
Whoa.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
When you hang out with Sam, the sun kind of bounces off
That's
a lot.
fucked up, Jose. That's fucked up.
Nah, the WeebsGuild is going in the right direction.
Thank you.
That's where we're going.
Thank you.
I thought you were going to mention something like it's becoming cloudier because free rent is over.
Oh, dude, I told you guys off screen. I'm like, I'm a little depressed. I need that free rent in my life again.
It's hard because I can't think of another show that would get you close to replacing that, and I feel like the two. I haven't seen one of them, but obviously, like Delicious in Dungeon has that same sort of Dungeons and Dragons
sort of long
like,
to get to the good part.
And then, of course, I would also say Full Metal Alchemist, like in that kind of adventure aspect. But you've seen both, so
I'm just gonna go watch Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh, there you go.
That whole adventuring thing is so fun.
Yeah.
Jose, just for fuck's sake, come play Baldur's Gate.
There you go.
I can't get that into something like that.
Your wife is into it.
I know.
Jose, I want weekly updates. What's your class? What part did you make it to? What companion are you romancing?
I always pick fighter class. Well, Sam knows this. I always pick a fighter class hero, something that can run and attack.
Always. And then, not to be left out, he has one more question for me as well. Mine just says, why? And I guess my response is because you touch yourself at night, Divine. So thank you.
Now this could be a question directed at many of the things Sam has done.
Yeah.
So
too many to pick. We need a more specific answer or a specific question, really. You know
what, Sam? I have a question for you, very specifically. And part of this is my incompetence in knowing how technology works, and part of it I think is just funny. How come no matter what I do, anytime I'm on Discord, it just says that you're playing Bleach Brave Souls?
Okay, so I can answer this because I was playing Bleach Brave Souls before I started, and we came down here, and I have left it open on my computer upstairs. So,
there you go.
That is why. So let's talk Bleach Brave Souls because I went back into the game. So firstly, I have been slowly kind of playing the game in the background because July is the month of the anniversary. It's always the anniversary. It's the 10th anniversary for Bleach Brave Souls this year, so they're going to go crazy, I would assume. So I've been slowly trying to build up my stock again.
Yeah, get them orbs
because
up.
they just had the 100 million celebration, which they were giving away a lot of free stuff, and then now they're going to the 10th anniversary celebration. So it's been a great time to join and get more stuff. So I've been getting like new 5 stars left, right, and center. Like everywhere I go, I've been getting new 5 stars, new 5 stars. They changed the way that Senkaimon works in the game. So Senkaimon now is not like 40 levels in a row that you have to do. It's 3 sets of 3 missions, and they'll have like, okay, this umbrella is Soul Reaper characters only, and if you clear the first set, you get 25 orbs. But then in that set, there's 2 more missions that are harder, and they apply certain conditions. So they'll be like, okay, so set number 2, you can only have 2 items equipped, and you have to pick a bonus modifier. And sometimes it could be like enemies have double their HP, or you do more strong attack damage. You don't know what it's going to be. And then the third one, they'll go even further, select 2 modifiers, and you can only have 1 accessory equipped. And so I've been going through and just taking the 25 orbs and calling it a fucking day because some of them are ridiculous. But you can go through all the umbrellas and do them all now. And they seem like they're slowly unlocking the other ones. So now there's I think there's Stern Ritter, there's Soul Reaper, there's Hollow, and I don't know the other one. But they just released a renewed version of 6th Anniversary Aizen, and is it 5th Anniversary Byakuya, the one with the white with the white wings?
Yeah.
They just
that character was my ace forever.
Well, they just released new versions of both of those characters, like brand new, not resurrections.
I love that Aizen, by the way.
Yeah, they're brand new and completely redid them, updated them. They're pretty fucking good. The Aizen in particular is really good. So I summoned on it. I was like, let me go ahead and try it and see if I can get this thing. Because the first step's free, by the way. So everybody should log and do the first step at least. Did the first step, didn't get shit. Got all the way to like the last step before, because it's only a 7-step banner. And then once you're at 7, it locks you at that 250. And then you're just throwing 250 over and over again, which is a classic for a anniversary banner. That's typically how they work. So I got to summon number 6, and then I pulled the Aizen.
Hey.
Yep, I pulled the Aizen. No Byakuya, only 1 Aizen. It has all the other anniversary characters in there, which is kind of not great because most of them you're already gonna have. Mm-hmm. So like they have like all the Ichikos, the Uryus, I don't think they have either of the old versions of these characters in the banner, but then they have like White is on there also because it's an anniversary character. So I got White, and then I got the new Aizen. The new Aizen is cracked, really fucking good. It is, of course, a Guild Quest unit. Bleach Brave Souls has just cracked the code on mobile gaming and how to get the most money out of their audience, because what they do is almost every new fucking unit now is made for Guild Quest. Every new unit, Guild Quest unit, Guild Quest unit, Guild Quest unit, because obviously that's where the pay pigs are at, and they want to get the highest rank, right? They want to be the number one guild over and over and over again. How do you stay the number one guild? You have to keep getting the new unit that gets released every single week. You can't just get one of the new units if you want the best score. You need to get at least 2. Realistically, you should get 5 copies, so that way you can level it all the way up. And now there's the attribute tree that you can level up, which lets your characters go past level 200. So the max before was level 200. Now you can level up the attribute tree and start pushing them even further beyond that. Jesus. And they get more, like, your SP does more damage, your attack does more damage, plus 5% to any bruiser skills that you have. And so your characters start getting really, really strong. The only way that you can get the materials, which is a new material, by the way, brand new material to level up this tree, is by doing a daily quest twice.
Just any plain old quest?
Nope, it's one specific quest. You can do it 2 times, and it takes 30 soul tickets each time you do it.
Jesus Christ.
Yep. So it's interesting.
Sam, here is my question for the attribute tree. If I level it up, do I get orbs?
No.
Then I do not care.
Nope.
So, but I was playing some of the stuff, and I was like, I wonder, because I've joined a couple of Epic Raid lobbies, and I joined the Epic Raid lobbies, and like some people in there, like my character's level 277. I'm like, what
Jesus
the fuck
Christ
is happening now? And so I was like, do they boost the stats? Like, are your characters like actually stronger, or is it just for show? Like now you just level up. And they're like, no, it actually boosts the stats. Damn. So your characters can get even stronger than what they can max out to be, which is cool, I guess. But I feel like a lot of the content in Bleach is not very hard. Bleach Brave Souls. I do like the Guild Quest. The Guild Quest is like my favorite thing to do now. I like competing for the score. So I streamed Bleach Brave Souls the other day, and I probably did, I don't fucking know, almost 2 hours of just slamming my head into the Guild Quest. Because first I tried to do it with the old school Aizen, which I got a decent score. I couldn't finish Nightmare. And then I got the new Aizen. I was like, oh, I'm going to fucking wreck this. So I did it, and I got top 4 in the guild. Top 4. Oh, Guild Quest is different now, by the way. Guild Quest, you can go all the way to Nightmare ranking. Then when you complete Nightmare, if you finish it with certain conditions, I think one is to have all of your characters at above 75% stamina, and another is to finish it with more than like 10 seconds left. They will let you try a additional, like a bonus wave. And so they'll give you plus 10 seconds, and then they'll give you, like, you'll heal back to full or whatever. And then you can have a chance of killing 5 more waves. Jesus. And it's only a boss. So it's like a Kenpachi will spawn. It'll be a Kenpachi 3 times, a Retsu 2 times. And if you finish that, then you get hella score in Guild Quest. And obviously you want to try to finish all of that as quickly as possible still to put the most time left. I couldn't. I got top 4. And then Voss was helping me, of course, the legend, Voss the Mass. He was helping me and giving me tips, and I beat him. He was number 5, I got number 4, and then he was like, BRB, went and loaded up the game, did so well, he got number 1 in the guild.
He's like, I can't be beat.
And then I spent the rest of the time trying to beat a score, and I just couldn't fucking do it. I felt like I was losing my mind trying to get this. And they have this new thing. You have, Pithes, I think you'll relate because you've played the game a bit more than Jose, so I think you'll understand. There's a new status effect called Dominion.
God, what is this?
Called Dominate. I think it's called Dominate. It's only on 3 characters.
You taking control of enemies?
So no. I wish it was that. It's only on 3 characters. One of them is a Shinji. One of them is this new Aizen. I don't remember who the other one is. When they are affected by it, they begin to attack their allies.
No. So they turn?
Yes. So it's like when they're under Kyogo Sugetsu or they get hit by Shinji's thing, they turn and they start attacking, which sounds really awesome, really great. It was driving me to madness because in Guild Quest, I obviously want everybody gathered up so that I can do them, which is fine. And they're in a big bundle when they spawn. So you shoot one attack. It hits them all with Dominion. Sometimes, or Dominate, there's not a person nearby for them to attack. So for whatever reason, they begin just attacking in the air. And so what happens is they start, like, you hit them once and it knocks them all down. And like, okay, cool. It doesn't freeze them, Jose. It's like, cool. And then they start running off to the fucking fence. Like, to just start attacking. So now I'm, like, doing all my moves. I'm like, hey, I'm going to do this rotation. Strong attack, 1, 3, 2. 1, 3, 2. I'm not hitting half of them now because half of them are attacking the fucking fence.
Oh, that's
I'm
the
like,
worst.
what is happening? It is so horrible. And so many times I'm like on the perfect run. I've saved like 80 seconds. This is going to be so good. And then I do all my moves. I have no more special attacks left. My round's not over. Where is everybody? My round's nobody's on my screen. There's 2 guys in 2 separate corners of the map. I'm like, I just quit the run. Just restart it. Like that is crazy. And there's there's no stopping it. Like it is a status effect that happens if you get hit by the attacks. So it's just luck of the draw. And then you also have to put that in with this. This has been a thing since forever, where obviously your 2 additional units that are helping you. Sometimes they do a strong attack where they shoot somebody to the other fucking side of the field.
Yeah.
But that's typically fine because they would also get stuck by your attack and get stuck. But now what's happening, they're pushing them in. They're hitting it with a dominate effect. And then they're fucking off to like who knows where. I wanted to throw my keyboard out the window. Like it was so annoying. Like
Sam, could you not have just played a different character?
No, because Aizen is the best character for that guild class. He's the best character. If I had him 2 out of 5, I would have zoomed through there.
This Aizen?
Yeah, so this is the 6th anniversary Aizen. I'm showing Jose a picture. You wouldn't even know, but this is the new Aizen, Jose. Yeah, okay. They just remade it, and they gave him a new soul bomb where it's kind of the same thing, but he still breaks the fourth wall and pulls you in. Yeah. They gave him an EX move. So the EX move now is also another AoE attack.
Nice, Pithes.
Hold on.
I just pulled him while you were talking.
Oh, nice, Pithes. On the free draw?
Yeah, on the free draw.
Okay, well, Pithes just pulled Byakuya as I was mid-hate speech against Bleach Brave Souls.
So now the guild, we're complete.
yes, good, perfect. You can go back to being your new ace unit.
No. no, my ace... I think currently I have Valentine's Aizen because that's my Twitter profile. Jose, do you follow me on Twitter? Do you know what my picture is?
I think I do. I'm not sure. I haven't seen it though.
It's Aizen in a brown suit saying "Hello there, Ryoka boy."
It's the one where he's walking forward, right?
No, he's sitting on a couch.
That's the soul bomb, Jose.
Oh, that's the soul bomb.
It's the actual full image.
Oh, it's that image. Okay.
Yeah.
I found the image. I took a screenshot, and when I made it Twitter, I was like, "This is the funniest picture I've ever seen." I'm using it, and I literally pulled that character last week and was like,
"You're like."
So now he's my
meant
ace.
To be.
So
it's meant to be.
I have a Twitter related thing I think we'll all enjoy. I was trying to scroll back. So I'm working on a video for Anime Expo coming up, kind of talking about what to expect with the Bleach 1000 Blower panel because we've been to every single one. So part of that is me trying to go back and reference my own stuff because obviously I have tweeted all of it out in detail. So I'm the best reference. So I'm trying to go back. And there's no quick way. There's no quick way to be like, hey, show me my tweets from 2023. It just doesn't exist. You just have to keep scrolling. It is madness. So while I was doing that, I found, you guys know Grok. Jose, have you heard Grok?
Grok.
Oh, yeah, the AI.
Oh,
so
that's what it's called?
Twitter has an AI now built into it. It's a lot now. If you look at Twitter threads, a lot of it is people just adding Grok and being like, Grok, explain this to me like I'm 5, but you're Morgan Freeman. And then it's like, oh, here's the backstory behind that. And I was trying to figure out a way to go down. So I was pressing the buttons on the profile, and I saw a button I've never seen before. It's the Grok button on my profile. And it says, summarize this Twitter account for me. And I was like, let's see what it says. So I have the definition of the WeebsGuild Twitter account as explained by Grok, the AI on Twitter.
Oh, this will be good.
It says, the WeebsGuild is a 6'5" Bleach superfan who dreams of Japan trips and geeks out over 1000 Year Blower merch, believing the now Zanpakuto reveal will blow minds. And then it has a picture of my face 3 times in a row. And it says, the WeebsGuild hyping Bleach 1000 Year Blower from new trailer to Espada figures and craving Omaida's dad in the spotlight. It says, the WeebsGuild is praised for their rapid, detailed live tweeting of anime events, making fans like at Shonen Cone feel immersed. And then it has one of my tweets, and that is how Grok the AI sees the WeebsGuild Twitter account.
Okay.
Yes.
Except for Nanao, it was pretty on point.
Yeah. I don't know why it harped on the Nanao one so much, but it really dug onto that.
Activity.
Oh yeah, maybe it was a banger.
Oh yeah, but are we going to talk about the bags that we sent messages back and forth to each other?
Oh yeah. Okay. So there is this thing I really want to get involved. I don't know if it's typically a women thing that I see. So if someone can send me a photo of a guy doing it, I'll get one. Okay. So in Japan, we saw this. So let's dial it back. Last time I went to Japan for the very first time with my fiance, we went to a Tokyo Revengers art exhibit, and it was on top of an art museum, like on one of their top floors. It was really, really cool. And a thing that I have known forever in Japan is they like to get these clear, so they're like regular, I don't know, they're like regular satchels, like bags that you have hanging off you, and they have a clear plastic opening in them, and you put pins on them. But in Japan, what they do is they will buy like 30 of the same pin and fill the whole thing. So it's like a fucking shrine.
Yeah.
So Sam sends me just a tweet I'm assuming it's a woman because the bag was frilly with just like 1,000 Sasakibe pins on it.
Damn.
Because there's the new Bleach art exhibit that's happening, so everybody's coming out with their Bleach merch, and it is all Sasakibe all the way down. I was like, dude, amazing.
That's so down.
And I said, Sam, you need to marry this man.
Yeah. And then we found another one because now I'm just linked to that Twitter that was all Omaidas across the board. And Pithes goes, I guess I'm marrying this one.
I said, nah, I'm marrying this one. This one's mine.
If someone shows me a picture of a guy
just
rocking something like that, typically they look like purses, Jose.
Yeah, they're like the side.
They're
bags,
big.
Right? Yeah.
They're big, but they look like purses with like a little clear window in them. So if there's like a male version of that, maybe like a fanny panty.
Is it like Bridie's backpack that she has?
It's like Bridie's backpack, but a purse.
Oh, okay, I see.
Fanny pack.
You don't want to rock the merce.
No, I could do the merce. But I don't know. I dig it though, because last time we were there, so when we were at the Tokyo Revengers one, somebody had like a random side character in Tokyo Revengers filled with all of the pins, and they brought the little plush of the character, and they kept taking photos, like posing the character like they're in there. So we watched them go around the whole art exhibit, like posing them next to this, and like any picture of them, they put them right next to each other. I was like, all right, I dig it.
I like that.
That's committed right there. And I feel like
to be fair, there is I don't know if you know anything about like Hololive, but there's the Holy Pilgrimage. There's a VTuber called Fuumoko, which are the two sisters that share one account. Mm-hmm. And so they just randomly went to some like donut shop and just took a picture of them like holding a donut. And so people will just flock to this one place, buy the same donut, and take a picture of themselves in the same spot. And
that's pretty funny.
Bow, bow.
That's cool.
That's pretty funny.
If I ever go to Japan, I'm going to do that. Bow bow. Apparently, it is so well known that like if someone is sitting there, you can tap them on the shoulder. They will look at you, ask bow bow. You will say bow bow, and they will get up and let you take the next picture.
Oh, that's cool.
So if you guys had to create a purse like that of any side character from Bleach, who are you guys picking? And I feel like it has to be a side character, because you're not gonna be cool doing it with like Aizen or something like that. Like that's too easy, you know.
Yes, you are. Aizen's awesome.
No. If I saw somebody do it with Aizen, I'd be like, that's easy.
Let's not also go for our waifus.
Okay.
I was gonna say we need to exclude the.
Okay.
Because I immediately smiled and I'm like, dude, I'd have so many Nemo.
Here's where I would empty my wallet and give this person all of my cash if I saw this one. If someone walked by with a purse filled completely of Maki merchandise.
Oh my god!
Yes,
I would just pull out my wallet. I would take the cash. That's for you. And then I would just walk away.
Just Maki. That's so good.
But there you go. I think any of the characters that we saw show up like during the big scene where they're filling up the crystals. Mm-hmm. So like the guy who throws little daggers from the very first little Soul Society rescue arc, Zenosuke, the Earth dude.
The Earth dude.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I got one purely because I want to walk by and watch Sam have an aneurysm. All Lady Roricchio.
Oh, that would be crazy.
Oh no,
that would be insane.
I could see you pop a blood vessel.
Oh my god! I need to find.
Almost all Lady Roricchio, and one of them is just Magoto.
It's all just Lady Roricchio with Magoto right in the center. Yeah. I need to find. I will rock it. I will go and buy if someone can, because they're like button pins, so they're the circular ones. Someone find me a button pin of Jinkarya, and I'll buy 30 of them right now, and I'll load them up onto the thing. That would be so fucking funny.
I feel like
imagine me walking around Anime Expo with a Jinkarya pouch, because I have all Jinkarya.
Just to show off and be like,
and I'll put like one Ichika right in the middle. Like the rest will be fine.
I'm looking at it right now.
Do they have them, Pithes?
I'm looking for it.
Well, surely it's probably to be
pin.
pretty cheap to even make it, but I would like it. I would like to be official.
Yeah.
All I'm seeing is sick fan art that would make a rad figure.
If only.
This is upsetting that it's not real. No, Oh, it knows my taste because the second one was, hey, check it out. It's a fate pin.
Damn.
Nope, nothing. Although, okay, so they have a little chappy pin, and that's very adorable.
Oh,
yeah, that's cool. I love that.
That's it. All right. What about you, Jose?
I don't know. I was gonna go with something obscure like Maki Maki or something like that.
Sam already got that one.
Yep.
I know. I'm trying to think of a way lesser known character too.
I mean, if we want to dunk on our boy from Discord again, we could just say Nanao.
Thinking, dude, it'd be the boys that help out Kukaku.
Okay, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be way cool. The two guys
that would be hilarious,
and just equal split both of them. That'd be great.
Right,
that'd be great.
And then one of Bonnie.
Well, Bonnie one would be legendary, dog. God. If it was just Bonnie, that would be great.
And then at the very tippy top, it's Ganju.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great.
Do you remember that time that Unohana fucking killed and cooked Bonnie?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. And then fed it to Ganju.
Canonically in the anime, she's dead.
Until 1,000 Year Blood War, and she's not dead.
This is Bonnie 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Okay, yeah, good. Anyways, Bleach Brave Souls, I've been enjoying it again. I really like it, but I also think that I'm only enjoying it now because I took such a long break from it. So I'm getting a lot of new characters now, where I feel like before I was very tapped out.
Literally the exact same thing happened to fucking Retsum. Retsum, he lost his fake granddaughter account and then finally got it back, and now he's all the way back on.
Dude, Retsum was in my Bleach Brave Souls live stream talking about how much better he is than me and how much I suck. And some guy in the chat was like, "Oh, are you so good? You want to join my guild?" And I had to go like, "He's memeing. He doesn't even fucking play the game. Like, don't recruit Retsum." And the guy was like, "Oh."
He's like, "Damn it."
Oh man, Retsum's got fans.
Yeah, they were ready to recruit him at the fucking drop of a pen.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Chilzy has Retsum memes now, so Retsum is part of the lore.
Oh, good. Oh, okay.
I believe it's part of the Seireitei Times, so we might have to get to it then. But rip the donut shop.
Oh, it is. Okay. Well,
perfect.
Let's take this time to thank our Patreon supporters, and then we're gonna get to the WeebsGuild, the Seireitei Times, and it's gonna be lovely. I didn't know Retsum was in it, so I just saved all of them since our last recording. So let's go down the list here and thank our Patreon. If you guys don't know, we do have a Patreon where we get an exclusive extra amount of Bleach Boys every single week, and you guys can join as a little $5 a month. So if you guys haven't already, check it out, patreon.com/WeebsGuild, and our top tier supporters, we thank them personally each and every time on the podcast. And our members, we put them on the screen right here. How beautiful. So starting from numero uno, let's thank PV, Matilda, Rizix, Veronica Bermudez, Pickle Rick, Sarah Berry, Aether Paradox, Head Captain Bound Chilsey, also Chaz Abuelo, Braxton, Diego Ace 3030, Reston Pierce, Triple our Solo Espada, Rolando A. Ramirez, Divine Departure, Professional, Naruto, and Bald Hater.
Oh, Daniel's a pro now.
Yeah, he's been signed onto a team. I think Red Bull picked him up.
Hey, so that's what's up.
Pretty cool. Yeah. And if you guys don't already join the Discord, I'm demanding you guys join the Discord. We have the best Discord community you'll ever see. There's no other Discord out there that has a personalized newsletter where you can become part of the lore like we have.
As long as you're amusing enough, Chilzy will put you in the lore, and you don't have a choice. You just have to accept it.
Yeah. So let's talk the Seireitei Times since last week. The first one is following off of our last tangent here, and it says Sam fights the law. And
did the law win?
Well, it says the court case took a dark turn as Sam began to realize he couldn't escape his crimes. So he started a protest, which quickly turned into a riot. His relationship with the law made Judge Judy practice her 7th Amendment right to bear arms and took the law into her own hands to stop the bloodshed. But her actions only awakened Sam's love for chaos, and he started banning everybody from the Discord except Cone because he's a good role model. So
I agree.
Yeah, Judge Judy brought out an AK-47. Everybody from the Discord is here rioting in the streets. I have a maid outfit on, breathing fire and shooting toxic gas out. Someone asked, if I forget who did it. It was like, do you ever ban anybody from the Discord server? I was like, man, our ban list is maybe 5 people. I was like, it's very, very few that we ever ban anybody. And then that was
sometimes it's 4 people, and then it's 5 people again in less than 2 days.
Yeah. I believe in second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth chances. You know, I really run the gauntlet on that one.
Sam's a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
Every few months, I'm like, oh, hey, that person's back. Oh, never mind.
They were.
Yeah. So, Seireitei Times, Sam awakens the Chad Bear. And it says, fresh off his reign of chaos in L.A. Oh, okay, I didn't realize that he threw us into L.A., so okay, cool. Sam sets his sights on the North Pole, being a part-time worker at Santa's workshop. Oh, my God.
Santa, no!
Someone's going to be so mad. Being a part-time worker at Santa's workshop, his fiance leads him there and he burns into the ground, canceling Christmas.
Yo, Katie's
Yeah. However, he overdid it and melted all the icebergs, awakening a slumbering beast who speaks for the snow. Discord member Polar Jer showed up and slapped Sam back to the States. And it says, in other news, Discord member Retsam's favorite donut shop closed today and he's very sad.
Aww.
So everyone should tell him a joke to lift his spirit.
Rest in peace, Ransom's Donut Shop.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Okay, so we have lots to go over. So number 1, can Chad Bear defeat Man Bear Pig in a fight?
I mean, I think we'd have to put them together.
Yeah.
We'd have to slowly bait, because I think Polar Jer is only going to be in the North Pole.
Yeah.
So we'd really have to bait the two of them into each other, you know?
Okay, this is Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah.
And okay, so Sam kind of jump-started global warming. How dare you? You know I hate the ocean.
Okay, well, I can't be bitched at from you, Pithes, because if you recall, the last thing that happened is you stripped the Earth of all technology.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that.
I don't want to hear nothing.
Sam, are you magic? How did you burn down the workshop without any kind of technology?
Well, it looks like I'm holding an RPG. So... And then, of course, my Zanpakuto spirit is also a trench warfare minion. So I think he's got it.
And shout outs to Katie. You're finally in the lore.
Oh, she's not going to be happy. Yeah.
The next Seireitei Times, Sam kicks John out of WeebsGuild.
Oh, no.
It says, a truly unexpected and shocking event occurred today. It was brought to our attention that former Spada and designated Discord bully John is gone. The investigation revealed that everybody liked John and that made Sam jello. So he banned John from WeebsGuild. Although he may be gone now, we know he is always welcome back, and the Discord gives him a heartfelt send-off, but awaits the day when he returns. The only question now is who will take up the mantle of designated Discord bully now that he is retired. And then it has pictures of everybody from the Discord doing the fairy tale, the little elf thing. Yep, and you're Makarov, Jose. So
hey,
congrats.
That's right.
Yeah. So everybody's giving him the fairy tale.
I'm going to pretend to die multiple times now.
When you said jello, I'm just picturing John, hand outstretched, offering you jello, and you slap it out of his hand and make him leave.
Wait with you, sir.
Yeah. So the next Seireitei Times, I think maybe a little bit of a mishap. I think the fabled, beloved publisher of Seireitei Times, Chilsey, is getting a little lazy because he left the title to just say title. So, and this one goes, the Discord is banded together to try to help Pithes overcome his hatred of robots. So we have trapped him in the Berlin Wall with R2-D2, hoping that the two of them can become friends and find robot love.
First off, the Berlin Wall collapsed before I was born. So that's impossible. There can't be time.
They've rebuilt the Berlin Wall just for this use.
There can't be time travel if I killed all the time machines. Okay, no, that's number 1. Number 2, I already killed R2-D2. Established. I love T3M4 way more. Please continue.
In other news, after losing at Rebirth of Souls, Sam's cried and went back to Bleach Brave Souls to make himself feel accomplished. But he failed so bad that the entire guild is now in last place, and then he ended the live stream. So
did that happen?
It is. I did in the live stream. So the last one I said, I'm going to go here. Oh, so firstly, in classic fashion, they were like, hey, you got to summon on this banner again. You got to summon.
They got
like,
you.
I'm not going to summon on this banner. They were like, you got everybody in chat, said, I have a great feeling about the next step, trust. So I was like, you know what? Everybody's so confident that I'm going to get something good. I was like, hell yeah. And there's like a Stern Ritter banner that was up, and I wanted Masked to Masculine. Mm-hmm. And they're like, if you summon right now, you're going to get Masked to Masculine. I just know. I can feel it. Everybody was telling me that. Everybody. I mean, how can everybody be wrong?
That's true.
So I was like, I'm going to summon. I'm going to waste 250 orbs. And if I don't get Masked to Masculine, I'm just going to end the stream. And everyone's like, yeah, do it. Do it up, man. So I fucking went. I actually got 2 5-stars. I got one dupe, and then I got a brand new Baz B.
Ooh.
No Masked to Masculine, so I just pressed the end stream button on the spot.
There you go.
So it hurt a couple of people's feelings that I didn't say goodbye. So, yeah.
I will say that is, back in the day, classic Sam, me and Retsum doing everything we could to stop him from summoning, and Sam just like, yo, and let it rip. And over again.
Yeah.
Sam is fuck it, we ball.
Yeah. The last Seireitei Times, which again points to Chilsey being a little bit lazy. He put part of the article into the title section. So you'll see a big wall of black on this article because he fucked up the typing on this. So it says Stark tries to go hunting, but like always, he can't hit his target because he sucks at shooting guns and he angers the local deer, including Discord member Chuchi, who became enraged at the disturbance and transformed into a skinwalker. And as a side story, with only 60 seconds to save the world, Pithes and R2 join forces to lock John in the loony bin for his shenanigans.
What did John do? I thought John left.
So there's also a tidbit here. Sam admitted on the podcast that even after Stark was buffed in a recent patch to ROS, he still sucks. Does this mean the character sucks or Sam? And then there's a picture of John in the loony bin, and it just says, meanwhile, John is serving time in the loony bin. So
okay, so apparently not only am I still in a gay robot relationship, though? That's the question.
Well, it sounds like you have joined forces with R2.
Yeah,
so
like
maybe R2, you guys are now in a gay robot relationship, and part of your kicking off of this relationship, you guys then tracked John down from his absence and locked him away in the loony bin.
Okay, no, I'm going to spin the other narrative. I was in the process of attempting to murder R2. John came back, teamed up with R2 to try and put me in the loony bin, but then I just gaslit the professionals so much they got John instead of me. And I walked away, and I'm like, you know what, R2, you're not so bad. And now I'm just going to nag and gaslight R2 until he turns back into T3 M4.
Or alternate one as well. John saw you and R2 fighting inside of the Berlin Wall. He went to get the police because he's a snitch. Mm-hmm. He told the police that there is a robot riding a fucking tripod over there that's fighting R2-D2 on the Berlin Wall. They're like, dog, the Berlin Wall doesn't exist, and they threw him in the loony bin.
So there's explosions and screams, but the Berlin Wall, that's the point where they're like,
yeah, that's bullshit.
John,
you're a little sus right now, my guy.
Go to loony bin.
Boom.
And like the cop is walking by and the city's on fire, and they're like, this is fine.
That's all the Seireitei Times we have at this point. So, of course, thank you to Chilsey as always. You do incredible work. I enjoy reading them every single week. I have another question from the Discord that relates to Seireitei Times, and it's from Mr. Emo Simp Boy. What has been your favorite bit of random lore from the Discord so far?
Oh, there's so many.
There's so many. It's kind of hard to remember all of them.
Mm-hmm.
I love, I don't know if it counts as lore, but I love being represented as a frog riding a shitty microphone.
When that was the thing, I was like, wait, is that Pithes?
So funny.
And then it just continued. I got mine as watching my Zanpakuto spirit, go through life and grow up. She just graduated college.
Both you and her have been mysteriously missing from the most recent Seireitei Times, Jose. So, well, really, you've been here in quite a few pictures and not Nemu.
I don't like to talk about.
I feel like it's because Jose is the good one, and Chilsey doesn't want to make fun of Jose, and these are all dunking on somebody, so Jose has to be absent. Okay, so I love that we just took like my shitty joke about Sam doing war crimes, and that is just his whole character.
Yeah.
Yep. The Geneva suggestions really gone far. So
I do love that Josh gets brought in every now and then.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Those are really good. Whenever they come up, they're so good.
Most of the people have no idea who Josh is, but the real ones are like, oh, look, it's him. He's back.
He's back.
I personally really like the Seireitei Times article where it was revealed that John and Chilsey had a secret romance. So, and then I believe it was Chilsey's real life girlfriend got jealous. So I really like that one personally.
Let's see. Well, okay, so I love the formation of just somehow these dumb things Chilsey does every week just formed like an entire cult.
Yeah,
Discord,
the Chad
called
cult.
Chad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was just gonna say the images, like the not the images, but the music videos with Sam as Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Those were really good.
One of the best laughs I got was when somebody fucking photoshopped the plank of wood serving in the army with them. Like that shit was crazy.
There was the one where me and Jose were fighting Sam in I think it was Red versus Blue.
Yes, it was Red versus Blue.
And then at the end, Jose is the Hulk, and he smacks me down, and he just cut your voice into it, so it goes puny Pithes.
Pithes, yeah, just Pithes.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What'd I do?"
You hate robots.
Yeah.
I sure do.
Wall-E was my favorite.
I never watched that movie.
I have another question from the Discord. This one bringing us back to Bleach here from Tribarule. What's your guys' favorite moment in Bleach, and what was the reason you guys became fans of Bleach?
Ooh.
I actually really fell in love with Bleach off the first arc.
Okay.
Just I don't know if it was the amount, like the humor that was in there, but one of the moments that I very fondly remember for some reason is when Rukia is like, "Oh my God, Chad stopped the hollow. Can he see hollows?" And he's just like
he's punching the air in the background. Yeah, so good, so good.
One of those moments really got me, but it's just the tone and the style of art. That's what got me for Bleach.
Okay. What's your favorite moment in Bleach?
Favorite moment? Oh, dude, it's when Grim Joe comes out, you know.
For the very first time?
Yeah.
That was a great one.
That
was a great one.
Beatdown is so good. Instantly became a fan. I'm like, Ichigo who?
That was sick.
You're like, oh, that guy. I'm hitching my trailer to him.
Yep.
Mine's going to take a while to explain, so Sam's got to go next.
Okay, so I'll go in the same order that Jose went. What was the reason I became a fan of Bleach? And my answer is I don't know. I feel like as far as I can remember, I've just always liked Bleach. I cannot pinpoint the exact moment that I was like, oh yeah, Bleach is the shit, because it was definitely in that Toonami world where like I was just catching it on Toonami constantly back from watching Cowboy Bebop, Trigun, and then in the Bleach and all that. Of course, Bleach, Naruto was the two that we were bouncing back and forth to in high school a lot. So I don't know what was the first thing that got me into Bleach, but I will say when my fiance was watching it, she loved the first arc, just the Substitute Soul Reaper arc. She loved that part, just like doing the Monster of the Week sort of thing, meeting with everybody, and they slowly introduce all the characters. That being said, I have two memories, and one, which is still I think one of the coolest moments of all Bleach, is when Ichigo fucking stops the Phoenix.
Yes, so good.
That still to me is like probably
Chills.
very vivid. Yeah, and I would say that goes along the lines of like a young high school Sam, where that's the coolest fucking thing you've ever seen. And then you know what else is the coolest fucking thing you see is when Goku returns in his other outfit and stops Trunks' sword.
Oh, when he does with the finger.
And I feel like those outfits are kind of hand in hand in my mind, and there's something about that is just imprinted on my brain, and I'm like, oh, that's the coolest fucking thing I've ever seen.
It is so cool.
Yeah.
It is absurdly fire.
And then favorite moment in Bleach of all time, that's a toughie. I still think this is gonna be a big cop-out answer, but I think the Yuha Baha versus Yamamoto fight really brought Bleach to
a new level,
to the present anime level. And I think that fight, if you compare it, I know some people actually don't like that fight because it's so far away from the classic Bleach fights, but really, really good. I thought it was really, really good. And then favorite moment in Bleach from when we were reading in high school, I've said this a million times, I'm going to say it again. We were reading the manga week to week when Hitsugai got cut in half by Halibo. And they ended the chapter on that scene where Hitsugai got fucking cut in half, and we had to wait a week to see that he just suddenly invented shadow clone ice jutsus. And it was the craziest week ever that we thought Hitsugai just got killed.
Was that when just me and you were reading it, or was that Danny already?
Danny was reading it also.
Okay, because I remember Danny
Danny's favorite
loves
character is
Hitsugaya.
Hitsugaya.
Yeah, Danny loves
it was the three of us.
did you like Hitsugaya at the time, or were you hyped that he was dead?
I was hyped he was dead.
Well,
I don't think I was preying on his downfall at that point, but I was hyped from like a holy shit, like that's crazy. Like I can't believe that they did that.
they killed the main character.
Yeah.
That's nuts. I would have lost. I'm pretty sure I also freaked out when that happened.
Yeah, crazy spot to end.
Because they would premiere what, like on Thursday, Fridays or something.
I think it was
like that?
Wednesday.
Wednesdays.
Wednesday we would get the manga.
Yeah, and then we would come back the next day and be like, "Did you read it?"
Yeah.
And then Danny's like, "I didn't." So we run into a computer and he would read it.
All right, so how I became a fan. So I mention this all the time. Was I would like get the Shonen Jump magazine, so I read the first chapter, and then I bought the first 2 volumes, and I liked them, but it didn't grab me. So eventually I kept reading Shonen Jump, and they had this full color chapter of Ichigo going Bankai for the first time.
So
And I figured I have to get into this and know what is happening in this show. What's a Bankai? What's a Soul Reaper? Ichigo just fought a Hollow. This is weird. So I read Bleach in the crazy out of order. I read like volume 18 and then 12 and 11 and like 7. So it was all kind of weird and jumbled. And I think as soon as like volume 20 had just come out, so I finally caught up in chronological order, and we get the Aizen reveal, and that blew my fucking mind. That was it. That's how I got into Bleach.
And then what's your favorite moment?
My favorite moment, besides Aizen,
You could say
besides
Aizen.
because I think it was done so well. It's the one I go back to of like, this is how you do a reveal.
Well, I definitely think the Aizen reveal is going to go down into like manga.
That's
and anime
manga
history.
history.
Like it's going to be referred to forever as like one of the greatest reveals because like that was just insane. It was so cool.
But I think one of my favorite moments, I gotta give it, and it's such a small scene that doesn't really matter, but it's before Ichigo has even started to train Bankai. He's flown out of the cave. He's still injured to go save Rukia from Byakuya. Byakuya does the teleport behind him, but Ichigo blocks it with his sword and says, "I can see you now, Byakuya."
Yeah,
sick,
that is really
sick.
I was like, oh my god, he progressed so far. And I guess shout outs to the fight with Kenpachi, because that was always
That was a
always
good
one of my
fight.
favorites.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Okay, and that's all the question I have from Discord. So thank you guys so much. If you guys want to ask your own questions, you guys can join our Discord. There's a link in the description. Anywhere you're watching it, there's a link there. And there is a channel in there called Ask the Bleach Boys. So leave any questions you guys have there, and we'll read them for you guys each week. Now I want to pivot, and I want to get Pithes' opinion on this. So I don't know if you saw the news. The Devil May Cry 5 game, which launched in fucking March of 2019, by the way, has just now crossed 10 million sales.
Interesting.
I guess 10 million in sales.
Is this because of the?
Well, Capcom has come out and said that they attribute that directly 10 million units in sales worldwide to the anime.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
So, with that being said, I hope that those two coinciding with each other can push for Devil May Cry 6.
Oh.
Because I didn't realize how long ago it was since that game came out. March 2019 has been 6 years.
Yeah.
I do not want Devil May Cry 6. The story is done. Let the characters rest. Just make a new story with the same mechanic.
I disagree. I would like to play as Dante and Virgil in some sort of a horde mode, and I will just be surviving hell.
That would be
They
sick.
could just add that to the game right now.
I also really like Devil May Cry 4 where you played as Nero, so they could continue with Nero.
Nero's so cool.
Yeah. I think it would be very disorienting, though, if a lot of people coming from the anime are picking it up and Nero is
Nero's
Johnny
the
Young
main
Bosch.
character?
Yeah.
Well, that's their fault. We're not starting with the correct way.
Stupid ass Capcom. All right. Do we want to talk some vigilantes right on the tail end here? We want to talk the newest episode of our favorite show.
Well, they put Baby Mothra in it.
Were you just so pleased?
Because like literally the first shot of the episode is a flashback to Godzilla, literally just legally distinct Godzilla. Then you see a giant worm, and I'm like, that's just larval Mothra.
Yep.
And I know that for a fact because literally when I was at the anime convention, I bought several Godzilla DVDs, so I'm caught up in my Godzilla lore.
And then I know there were also a few returning characters from My Hero Academia that made their appearance in this episode, which is cool.
None of whom I care about, except I guess Aizawa's cool. Never mind.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't. Present Mike is dumb, and I never cared for Midnight. I'm glad she's dead.
Oh, damn.
Midnight will get a few scenes in Vigilantes that make her a pretty good character.
Yeah.
I was gonna. Are they good? Because I
They
always
are.
thought she's literally just a sex joke.
They are. They're good.
She's pretty cool.
Okay, does Present Mike do anything at all?
Yes. So I don't want to spoil anything, but I think this is well known from the mainline series. They were friends in school. And so in My Hero Academia Vigilantes, we actually got that flashback and information first. So they'll go into that a little bit.
Okay, she was calling him by his first name.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like super fleshed out.
Yeah.
I didn't take that many notes, although I do really like the fact there's literally just like the plot of a shoujo romance anime happening in the background of the whole thing.
Yes. Oh my god.
He sees
the
her and
captain.
she sees him, and they sparkle. They're sparkling, and there's hearts going on. I'm like, I want to watch this anime. This looks great.
Just wait
then
for
just-
next episode.
And just for no reason, Koichi is just the dumbest motherfucker in the world.
I fucking love
You're-
Koichi.
Wow, your bangs look pretty good, I guess.
That's not a compliment.
Koichi, you idiot. Also, it just bears repeating again, Captain Celebrity's theme is so good. And I love that this motherfucker runs up, fights Larval Mothra, who I hope to God becomes a full moth next episode. That'd be so funny. And he's just like, by the way, check out the thing at the department store. Ha ha, I love advertising.
Yeah.
And so I guess Invasion of the Body Snatchers happened. I guess that's what's happening with B-Girl. Because he said, he's like, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to my daughter. And I'm like, oh. So she took over her body, maybe. I don't know. I'm very interested. Also, he just has... He has a stun gun that he turned into a knuckle duster, because why wouldn't he?
Yeah, cool,
Dude,
huh?
it's so, that animation is so clean too when he activates it every time.
For no reason. Like, once again, they don't have to go that hard.
So I think this is going to be a 24 episoder,
Yeah, it looks like
I
it's gonna run
believe.
So we got one more episode left in the season.
But I think it's going to keep going through. So we're on episode 11 right now.
Yeah.
Let me see what it says here.
I think it's going to be a 2-season thing. It has to be.
But I don't think it's going to take a break. I think it's going to keep going.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's hype, because I don't want tomorrow to be the last episode.
Ooh, I'm so wrong. It's only 13 episodes.
Shit.
So we're done?
Yep.
Fuck.
So week after next, we're done, and then we'll have to find a new anime to talk about every week.
That's going to be sad. That's going to be
Oh my
so
God.
sad. Because I was wondering, the first opening is so fucking good. I was like, man, we're about the halfway point. They're going to change the opening. What are we going to do? No, it's going to end.
By the way, we do not skip the opening in this house.
No, it's really good.
It's good.
And it's short, too. I bought the whole song, and it's only like 2.5 minutes. Like, you know what? Nice.
I saw someone, there's a big Japan music festival going on somewhere right now, and the people that did the most recent Bleach TYBW opening were playing.
Oh, sick.
And someone recorded a video of like they were doing their very last song, and they're like, oh, we're gonna do one more song for you guys, and they started playing the opening little strumming bit, and everyone went ape shit.
Yeah. Didn't win anything at the Anime Awards, though.
No.
Yeah, so that means it's shit. What do we care?
I love this song so much.
Fuck you, Crunchyroll.
I'm interested to see where they're gonna end My Hero Academia Vigilantes, though. I want to see where they're gonna end the season.
I have a good idea. I can't say anything though because it'll spoil it for Pithes.
I mean, it kind of feels like they're wrapping it up now.
It still has so much more Pythons.
No, there is a lot.
I mean, for a season break, it looks like we're getting revelations about Knuckle Duster, and he's finally confronting B-Girl. So if there's like 2 episodes left, I assume I'm going to get some kind of revelation and a cool action scene, and then just be left waiting for next year. And then we'll be doing this whole thing again next year, where I'm like, "This is cool," and you guys will be like, "Yeah, it sure is cool, huh?"
Mm-hmm.
Feels good.
That was my thoughts. Episode good. Show continues to be good. God, I love it. I want more.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out as always. That's going to wrap this episode of Bleach Boys, but that's not the end. We're going to hop over to the Bleach Boys captains meeting. I swear, we've been promising this like 18 times. we're going to talk to Pithes about his convention.
Yes.
I swear. We're going to do that, and then we're going to talk about which anime studio Sanrio invested in. It might be obvious. It might not be obvious. So we'll wait and see. If you guys haven't already, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week for more. Goodbye, everybody.